they'll come for your bro. Games get played, can't take it personal. Cause the devil is a liar. I'm
Telling you the truth, hey. It's all in what you do, hey. The things you gotta do, hey, 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 hey. Barbershop conversation, guys. Feel free. Hit the subscribe button, man. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Don't forget, we go live every night on Barbershop Conversations Live. So put that in the YouTube search engine and you will find us 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And what else we got? Wilder, road to Wilder, man. I'm officially working out. And you know when you cutting weight, when you can't get enough water, man, you know you working out hard. I can't get enough water right now. So I'm at this median right now where should I keep on going or am I comfortable? You know what I'm saying? So, and room temperature water just don't suffice. You know, you need cold water. So I like the place where I'm at. I'm 11 days. What's today's date? The 8th or the 9th? One of them days. And that's how many days I've been in. We're going to work out every day up until Wilder, up until July 21st, because I'll be traveling on the 22nd to head to the fight. And let's jump into this really, really quick, man. I appreciate y'all coming in. I heard Dan Raphael ask a question. I know where he's going with this because he's gonna kill Al Haymon. Well, he's gonna frame it like this in his article. Juneteenth card. You know what I mean? With Jamal Charlo headlining as the only African American on the card. That's how they throw jabs at you. But I would do the same if I was writing about somebody I didn't like. So I'll raise my hand and say, I'm guilty, Your Honor. All right, let's jump into this, man. I know no one wants to hold everyone accountable, and everyone is, you know, we got Jay-Z fans, we got Al Haymon fans, we got Drake fans, and I would say I'm a fan of all of those guys, but we got to keep a spade, man. At the end of the day, Al Haymon, I think is disrespectful. I think it's disingenuous to say one black fighter and everyone else is of Latino descent. And I just heard Gary Antonio Russell may be on the card. I'm not sure if that's confirmed, but we just add one more and we'll have 6 Latinos on the card. Now let's flip the script. Cinco de Mayo, Canelo, because you got to put this, you got to speak from 50,000 feet because people not going to understand. They're going to say, hashtag hating on Al Haymon. How about y'all put that in the comment section? You know what I mean? Fuck y'all anyway. So Canelo fights on Cinco de Mayo. Imagine if Gary Russell fought Tevin Farmer, Tank Davis fought Devin Haney, and the list goes on. You think Canelo would allow that? First of all, do you think the promoter would do it? You know why they wouldn't do it? Because they're honoring the Mexican pesos. They're honoring the Mexican American dollars. They wouldn't do it. They wouldn't even think about doing it. And that's the God honest truth. You understand what I'm saying? So Cinco de Mayo, Floyd, for the most part, always fought a Latino. And he always had some type of undertone of a great Latino presence, you know what I mean? And that's the fact. Boxing values Mexican pesos, and I say Mexican pesos because people come from Mexico, not out of disrespect, and Mexican American dollars more so than they value the black dollars. They don't believe that a father and his best friend will travel from Baltimore. They don't believe that a beautiful black woman from Atlanta will travel with her girlfriends to Vegas. They don't believe it. You know why they don't believe it? Because 1, we allow it, and 2, they don't care. Politics as usual. Everyone is in the steam. Politics as usual. Politics as usual. Everyone falls in line with that. You understand what I'm saying? In order for us to have a great fight, we got to have a Latino versus a black. We got to have a black versus a white. I'm serious, man. No lie. And that's the guy. And I think Al Haymon is disingenuous as it pertains to this card. I've never seen a Cinco de Mayo card with a Latino headline. I'm gonna just stick with Canelo. I've never seen that. I've never seen them say, hey, on the undercard, I want all black fighters. I've never seen that a day in my life. And when we flip the script, See, this is the silent disrespect that we get, and I'm gonna put it in perspective, and I'm gonna put it on 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 Main Street real quick. We overtly respond when a non-black person, and I fall victim to this as well. When a non-black person does harm to us, right? Case in point, today, and by no means am I minimizing what this Asian man did. Um, he shot a 6-year-old kid in the arm. That went viral. That went viral, and it's gonna go viral. And the reason why we said it, see, we're not being treated right. But when a black person disrespects us, or when a gang shooting happens, or when a drug dealer happens, we don't respond the same way. This stays viral for days and days and days. Those poor little kids that got killed at the party 2 weeks ago and maybe a month and a half ago in Miami. That didn't go viral. Did you see the father crying? Did you see the father crying because his child's body has been laying on the street for 18 hours because they had to investigate the scene? Did y'all see that? That didn't go viral. That's not lasting 3 or 4 days. I guarantee you next week we'll be talking about the Asian man, and I'm not minimizing either one. I'm just saying we got to have the same energy for this Asian man, and we got to have the same energy for these gangs and these senseless crimes that's going on in our community. No crime against a black male or female should be minimized. Period. And I think we're so selective with it. We have selective outrage. We have selective morality. Serious. And I think that's part of us accepting this ideology in America. So when Al Haymon disrespects the black fan and the black dog, we say, oh, it's okay. We're satisfied. We just have Jamal Charlo as the main event. Next year, we'll get 2 fighters. Oh, we shouldn't talk about Al because he's a black man in high power and high esteem. And we have appreciated him because I think for black media, and I believe I can speak for many of us as a whole, we're very protective of a man that we've never heard from, interviewed from, or anything like that. Al Haymon is pro-black fighter, but you got to ask, is he pro-black fan? There's a difference. Black fans and black fighters, boxing fan and boxing fighter. I know that didn't make sense, but the fighter and fan have 2 different objectives. The fighter want to stay in the sport as long as possible. The boxing fan want the best. Shout out to Best Fight the Best. Go subscribe to his channel. He just got off. Make sure you go subscribe to his channel. Best Fight the Best. He go live every day. And you want facts and receipts every night, every day, on your drive home from work, or if you work in swing, you on your lunch break, go to Best Fight the Best. The best facts ever. You know what I mean? And he has a great personality to match the facts. So make sure you go to Best Fight the Best. And the point I'm making is, I forgot where I was going. Hey, you know how you're reliving what a man says as you're thinking about him? Best Fight the Best goes off, man. But I forgot where I was going with that. But the point I want to say is, we have to, in order for us to be a village that protects and loves one another, we have to water our brothers' crops when they don't have water. You understand? And after the first time we water it, you know what we have to do? We got to say, why didn't you pay your water bill? You got to hold them accountable. You can't keep on watering your brother's harvest. You got to hold him accountable to pay his water bill. And that's what we're asking. You understand? And now I remember what I was saying. The fighter wants to stay in business as long as possible, and the fan wants to fight the best. And we understand that, but it has to be a threshold where we can coexist. Al Haymon is in the business of PBC. Al Haymon is not in the business of black fight fan. No, is not in the business of that. Okay. And we have to understand that fans got to fight for what they want and what they truly desire. And when you have an independent medium like this is where you come and express yourself. Okay. And this is when and they're going to listen. And I encourage everyone who has a medium to echo these same sentiments, man. Damn, Raphael asked that question. I know why he asked it, and it's a valid question. And I'm glad he asked it, although I know where he's going to veer off to it and spin his narrative, and he has every right to do that. Um, um, Al, you got to respect the black fans, and I think that now, not matter of fact, I know that black fans, as we're going to find out in Atlanta, June 26th, how valuable the black fan base is. I remember going to Earl Spence against Ocampo, 80% black. The undercard was terrible. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I've never. I'm trying to see when I've seen a black fighter. Maybe at StubHub Center. That's probably the only time. Maybe Sean Porter versus Carol Brook. That's probably one of the few times where I've seen a Latino fan base where there was more black people as the black main event. And I'm just going off the top of my head, you know. What else? That's it. You know, when I was in the DMV area, Gary Russell sold it out. You know, 3,000. I know it's a small arena, but it was like 80% black. When I went and saw J Rock at Temple, mostly black. The Muslim community came out. I was saying my brother all the time, King all the time, and they watched the channel too. Shout out to all the Muslims in Philadelphia, man. Sunni, whatever. I appreciate y'all supporting the channel. When I went, where else have I gone to a fight? I think, oh, Brooklyn. I mean, you can't say enough about Brooklyn. Brooklyn is probably the most intelligent boxing fan base, and I don't say it out of disrespect, but man, every fan talks to me for 20 minutes, man, in Brooklyn. I ain't gonna even lie to you. Man, Puerto Rican, mostly Puerto Rican and black, and they all know where the barbershop is. You know what I mean? Every time I go to Brooklyn, I take at least 50 pictures. You understand what I'm saying? And shout out to everybody in Brooklyn. I truly appreciate y'all. We gonna barbershop gonna get back there. Me, DB, and PPD gonna stop there for a fight eventually. And but at the end of the day, um, we gotta honor the black dollar. All right. And how we honor the black dollar is, guess what? Recycling it. You know what I mean? I have mixed kids, as you guys know. They're mixed with Japanese, Chinese, and black. So 25% Chinese, 25% Japanese, and 50% black, right? On Chinese New Year, I don't say, hey, we're gonna have fried chicken, macaroni and cheese, yams, and collard greens, right? You know what it is? It's typically all Chinese food, right? So what we would want is what? An all black card. What Latinos get is an all black card. You don't believe me? Check what Al did for Andy Ruiz. He moved his date because he thought he could monetize the pay-per-view and have it and monetize the Mexican fan base. And that's all I want to say, man. I'm gonna be real critical of this card. I think it's disrespectful. I think it's disingenuous, and it's okay. I think it's a lackluster main event. I think Maul is going to I'm not watching it. I'll be honest. I'll be out celebrating Juneteenth, you know, with my family and instilling as much culture as I can in them, you know. With having mixed kids, I think and I think with having kids, period, I think you got to be very intentional about culture. You got to be very intentional with your kid about masculinity. You got to be very intentional with your daughter about being graceful, about being uh uh feminine, you know, because this world gonna spin them. When your kid go to junior high school and he listen to uh uh Cardi B, or when your daughter listens to Cardi B in middle school, and she like, hold up, you got to trust that that foundation that you've built can defeat the ideologies of Cardi B. You understand what I'm saying? That's why you got to keep on instilling in your kids, instilling in your kids, instilling in your kids. And you know, when I have some of the greatest conversation with my kids before bedtime, when we do our bedtime routine. What's up, Kiki? 10-minute warning. Y'all already know the rule. 10 minutes. I can't be without Kennedy for 10 minutes. And then she comes and says hi. And And this is how it starts. This so the point I'm making is the bedtime routine is when I have the greatest conversations with my daughter. Kenny, what do we sing every day when we go to bed? Tell the people what we do before we go to bed.
I don't know.
What do we sing? Tell the
Your
people.
song.
Sing it.
I must
Be
the
the most beautiful girl in the world. It's plain to see. Kennedy's the reason that God made a girl. Ha, ha, ha. Love you. Yeah, you can take the water. Go ahead.
No, then time to
Okay, cool. That's fine.
I'm stay here.
Okay, that's fine. And so the point I'm making here, cross your legs. The point I'm making is that the greatest conversation is sit right there, perfect. Sit right there. Is the greatest conversation I have with Kennedy and Lincoln is when they go to bed and when we're taking Lincoln to school every morning. And I'll say this. You guys know it's I don't need to beat it to a drum, but I'm financially blessed. I'll say that. And you know when you a young kid in your 20s and you're striving to be successful and you're striving to be great and you're striving to have as much money in this world, you think having all the money in the world will get you all the women in the world, all the cars, the biggest homes. But you know what financial freedom affords me to do? Wake up every morning, take my kids to school, don't miss nothing, volunteer in the class, and be there before they get out of school to pick up Lincoln from school. And we have some of the greatest conversations, man. You understand? On those rides to and from school and right before we go to bed, man. And I encourage every parent, every mother, every father uh to instill as much as you can because Cardi B is gonna be very influential. You understand? Um um they're gonna be very influential. You know, the Meek Mills, uh the movie stars, they're gonna be the LeBron James, they're gonna be very influential on your child. You understand what I'm saying? So, anyways, man, at the end of the day, man, um, it's important that we value each other. You know, I have duality uh because of my kids, so I have to honor the Asian side of them and I have to honor the black side of them. But I encourage y'all, man. If you are no, stay there. If you have a black child, black mom, black father, take pride in dropping those pebbles in them. It's just important. You know, I mean, all my Latino brothers. If you have Latino kids, you know, the outside influences is going to be very influential. 1 second. No, put it on the table right here. And so, um, no, stay there. No, stay on the table. Stay there. Stay there on the cheek. So, anyways, man, barbershop conversation. Tell the people what we tell Lincoln every night. Ah, you know what we tell Lincoln. I'm a what? I'm Lincoln, come here. Not that but I just want you to know how intentional I am as a father. All right. And I know I'm talking to a lot of fathers out there. I don't take these moments for granted. Y'all know I didn't have a father. But since Kennedy just had an impromptu, here, put that to the side. Put the iPad to the side. Because I can't have it on YouTube. So put it over there. Put it over there for a second. Okay, you're not gonna lose. Be careful. You got the wires. Here, tell the people what we say before we go to bed every night.
I'm a king, I'm a king, I'm a king, I'm a king.
What else? Then we say.
Mm.
What else we say?
I believe in myself, I believe in myself, I believe in myself, I believe in myself, I believe in myself.
One more. Pick one. Pick anyone.
I'm amazing, I'm amazing, I'm amazing, I'm amazing, I'm amazing.
Get out of here. You know what I mean? And I think, and by no means am I bragging. I'm just showing you guys the example. Stay in the chair. The example and how intentional we got to be because when they go outside these doors, it's very challenging. And use me as example. Go get your blankie. Okay. No more ice. Give it here. Okay. I think we got to be very intentional. No, stay in the chair. Stay in the chair. Because like me, I thought my masculinity was defined by my PENIS and athletes. You got to stay in the chair because you have a dress on. So stay down. Sit in the chair. And I think I don't want a lot of kids to make the mistakes that I made. Sit in the chair. You have a dress on, young lady. Sit in the chair. And so that's the point that I'm making. So, anyways, man, barbershop conversations. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. I know this video went somewhere I didn't intend it to go. But anyways, I love y'all. See y'all tonight, 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Make sure you put in the link Barbershop Conversations Live. Barbershop Conversations Live. And you guys will get where you guys 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We go live every night. I appreciate y'all, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.